If you're just starting out as a freelancer, here are three things Ron told me about that would really help your journey. Hello guys, I'm Tetra and I've been a freelancer since 2019. That's about 6 years now, and I've made a lot of money, and I'm just making it easier to help someone who's just starting out or who is stuck as a freelancer and is about to get frustrated. Number one challenge freelancers or upcoming freelancers have is to determine which skill to learn. So you don't know if you should become a graphic designer, a video editor like me, a motion designer, a content writer or copywriter, still under writing, or a community manager or a social media manager. There are just so many. First of all, you need to do your research. You need to know where your strength lies in. If you love reading, you could also be a good writer. If you love art and you like drawing stuff, you could be a designer. Or if you just know, okay, if you're like me, that's just like, okay, anywhere better fees, I don't know where they give money. Yeah, you could just do some research and check, okay, maybe the top 5 freelance gigs in 2025. You'd see a couple of results that can help you and guide you into what you want to know, okay? So if money is a motivation for you, maybe you want to get like, okay, you want to make sure the skill you want to learn is among the top 3, and you have the budgets to get the programs and the laptop for it. You have the time to learn the software, and of course the money to purchase a course or learn on YouTube if you have that kind of time. Yeah, you can go for it, okay? But if you're low on the budget, maybe you know you don't have enough money to do this, you can start some sort of low budget skills, low entry level. Let me use the word entry level skills you can use. And when I mean entry level, I don't mean they pay low. I mean you can do them maybe with just a smartphone or a tablet like this. And once you do that, you are well on your way to making money. Then as the money comes in, you can progress and maybe get a laptop, get a MacBook, upgrade your tech and your work gear you get. Yeah, I started out with an Infinix Hot 7 Pro and also a 2 GB laptop for video editing, which was very, very horrible. It was one of the worst decisions of my life, but I had to just start from somewhere, okay? The second challenge freelancers face when you've learned the skill, who's going to hire you? Jesus Christ. Okay, I think I'll talk about this here. Now, this was a very, very big issue for me. Yeah, so I finished learning my skill as a video editor. One thing that helped me was I learned this skill because I wanted to help my church produce video content for publicity and the rest. So they kind of helped me put my skill into work almost immediately, and I wasn't getting paid for it. I was just a newbie. Hey, okay, these guys accept my work. Thank God. So sometimes I look back on those videos and I'm like, Jesus Christ, what did I do? But that's one good thing about growth. When you're growing, you might not know how much you're growing until you look back maybe 2 or 3 months from the time you started, or even 1 year from then, and you see the progress you've made. I'm a very big advocate of learning a skill and taking courses. I'm a very big proponent of that. But I'm also a very big proponent of putting those skills into practice, because you cannot replace taking courses with doing the actual work. Because take courses, they tell you how to use the software, they try to give you assignments and try to make it as well as possible. But when you start doing the work or when you go into the real world and start practicing, you would see problems that you never knew existed, and you have to think on how you can solve those problems for any field. What I would advise you to do is work for free. And by working for free, it's not actually working for free, but you're not getting paid. Okay? You're actually investing into your work. Why you work for free, first of all, is because you don't have any work to show that you've done anything. Secondly, you need to even know if you've learned enough to actually take on real world projects and your work is up to par with other guys in the industry that are already there before you. Yeah, so by working for free, you get that experience of working on real life projects. Secondly, you begin to build little portfolios for yourself. When you work for free and the clients are demanding a lot of commitment from you because you said you're going to do this, it's going to teach you how to be strict with deadlines. It's going to teach you how to communicate. It's going to teach you a couple of things that you will not necessarily learn when you're taking a course. So that's one way you can put yourself out there and begin to build your portfolio. As you're getting better in what you're doing, you're replacing it with better work than when you first started. The third advice I'm going to give to you is to start now. I'm telling you, if you're watching this video and you're in SS2, you're even in primary 6 or JS1, start now. If it's going to take you 4 months to learn a skill and you started, let's say 3 months ago, you should be done by now. People say the freelance industry is saturated, it's this, it's that. It can also be true. But I can tell you there's also a skill gap lacking in the country. People are not as good as you feel they are. And once you just put in a little bit of work, I can guarantee you would beat 80 to 90% of freelancers currently. You're in your finals and you're thinking of starting after you're done with school. Bear in mind that as life is progressing, new persons are getting knowledge of this skill and they are going to compete with you or they're going to go over you. Begin now. It's never too late to start and it's never too early to start. Okay, if you begin now, the next 1 or 2 or 3 years, you'll be positioning yourself as an authority on the particular skill you learned, and it's really, really going to help you. Start now. As soon as you drop this video, you can just search on YouTube, top 5 skills to learn in 2025. I have a phone, I have data, I can be a community manager, I have a laptop, I could write. Anything is possible and you have to do the research, okay? So that's all for today. If you found this video helpful, like and share, and I'll see you in the next video.